Are you feeling bogged down or despondent? Has a friend or loved one noticed you look withered? Then Phyresis may be right for you. Phyresis is an all-natural Phyrexian supplement that can give you a different outlook on life. Do not take Phyresis while enchanted, equipped, or have shroud. Players taking Phyresis should not man vehicles for at least 3 turns. Avoid contact with humans or merfolk if you've had a recent gut shot or have had any interactions with the graveyard. In extreme cases, exile may occur. Ask your alchemist if Phyresis is right for you. Available at Moros's Market. All right, I'm back. Feeling healthy. Still have a little bit of a sniffle, but all better now. Sorry for last week. I was just out of it. I guess I had Phyresis or needed it, or I don't even know how we should angle that comment. But Pauper, Akbar, and Saprazzan, thanks for joining me nice and early. Here's my Creatureless Infect list. I will go out on a limb and say I was the very first to do this years ago with Pistis Strike and Virulent Wound. That deck sucked. This one does not. This one has some staying power, but I always loved trying this out, and I've come to this 75, and I hope you enjoy it. So anyway, deluxeicoff. Yes, I was definitely coughing plenty last week, waiting all week for this list. All right, so we've got 24 lands. I'm leaning on an old pro friend of mine, Brian E., who played a lot of Dimir styles, and just found that I really didn't want to miss any land drops here, and we've got things to do with them, but we'll get to the lands in a minute. Really found a home with Bring the Ending. I didn't even have this in my initial list, but I've been really impressed with it, and I probably should have put it on our little list, but I didn't want to make it an all infect list, you know, as far as our little like top picks go. So anyway, we're running 4 of these, 4 Contentious Plan. We've got 4 Auguries, 4 Prologues, 4 Cast Down. I've got 2 Mystical Teachings main, 2 Arms main, all for Vraska's Fall, 1 Suffocating Fumes for Inquiries for our drop. And this is the becoming the MVP of the deck with these extra lands later, or I can use them as a discard. A little old school. I messed around with Mental Discipline, Ideas Unbound, Vampire's Kiss, Compulsive Research, Tragic Lesson, all kinds of things arriving at Probe. So played Magic. Good to see you again. Yeah, it has been a while. So in our sideboard, I'm going all in because when I don't face the metagame, do all right, you know, but I'm really trying to beat Affinity, which this does, and Kuldotha Red, which it usually does. I mean, obviously those decks can get away from you. So, but to do that, I'm running all 7 hate cards in these. We've got 3 Negates, which is kind of a catch-all. Able to, you know, use our mystical teachings for most of our sideboard. The 3rd Arms of Hadar, the 2nd Suffocating Fumes, a Crypt Incursion for those creatureless that we just need to get our life back. 1 Diabolic Edict for the hexproof matchups to match the 4 Vraska's Falls we've already got, and Serrated Arrows, which was main for a while, but it's only good in some matchups, and I'd much rather have it in the sideboard options there. African Agus, thanks for joining me. Again, sorry for last week. I was under the weather. It's the first time in about 3 or 4 years I've been sick. We've got 2 Bogs, 4 Aqueducts, 4 Backwaters, 3 Islands, 2 Theaters, 2 Bogs, Peat Bogs, I should say, 4 Radiant Fountains, 2 Skerries, and 1 Swamp. So, like I said, I've been having a lot of fun with this thing, and just been playing a lot, adjusting a lot, that sort of thing, and been, like I said, the counterspell, Bring the Ending, has really, really grown on me, and acts just like a hardcore counterspell with, you know, 1 generic and a blue. So I've been really enjoying that once they're corrupted, obviously. Yeah, it's got a lot of staying power. I was more than impressed the first few drafts I played with it, and just at its ability to just get there. It feels kind of inevitable, whereas, you know, normal Infect, you just keep killing the creature and you can keep people from doing their thing. This one, it just keeps creeping up on you unless you can just counter everything, which I have run into a few lists like that where, you know, they've been able to counter a whole bunch. But you won't see me playing Mystical Teaching styles very often, but this one fit really well, being able to, usually the target that we're going after is Experimental Augury, this kind of the MVP of the list. This is, you know, you could play the, what is it, the 2 and a blue one that does this at instant speed, but I'm just a sucker for that low curve, and it's definitely one of our worst cards, but always enjoy seeing it. And obviously, when you proliferate, you're going to be adding mana sources with your bogs and such. So, good times. Any sleepers out there with you guys? I know I've run into a really good slivers list that I saw using recommission. So I might be sporting something like that next week. We'll see. Yeah, we'll play first. Our lands are right. We're feeling pretty good. We'll keep this. See what we can do here. Woohoo! But thanks for joining me, everybody. Again, apologies for last week. Like I said, I try to be Captain Persistent and never miss a show, but I'm only human after all, so good times, good times. The list is right there on that link. Thank you for that name, Chimpskey. Yeah, alrighty. Well, we got a Peat Bog going on here. I think I just want to get our mana right, though. We'll play this up, bring this back out. Boink. Little slow roll here. We'll get things moving. I'll probably wait on that Peat Bog one more turn so we can Vraska's Folly OT, get our something online here, at least stopping 1 damage. Not the greatest. Sorry for the brightness, too. The sun has shifted, and it's really like this harsh brightness. I've got the blinds closed, but it's still coming through. So me and my baldness are it's gleaming, right? Well, we could proliferate just because, but I'd rather just get the poison counters going straight out of the way. Do this while they're tapped out, even though it's an instant. We'll get the poison counter online and go for there. I was going to say I didn't think this list was going to be able to compete, but like I said, I've been beating good affinity lists and Golgotha Burn pretty regularly with this 75. So, yeah, I've had I did lose to that slivers list. That was interesting. I was what is that called? Recommission. That acts as like they need another lord, right? It acts like another lord. It's really ridiculous. Well, we'll bring out the bog here. Bring out the bog. Bring out the bog. Do we plan or do we Phyresis? I say we plan. We'll do this and we'll get our Peat Bog up to 3. Proliferating here and here. Thing done. And hitting our land drop here. We'll be able to probe if we need to with the kicker. A lot of times I just use that for the extra lands. Yeah. I'm not done with recommission. That was like my favorite. Oh, come on. I guess they were screwed on that one. We'll just jump on in here and hopefully not face Aquita. We shall see. All right. Let me go over here back to the list here. Too much, I tell you. So what have you all been playing with? I know I've got quite a few of the newer cards up here. Messing about with some of these things. Just grabbing a little hodgepodge of stuff. I still don't know if this is going to make the white infect cut. It's nice for edicts and such, but it's not usually been a problem there. So not quite sure how I'm going to go out with that. This card was interesting too, that equalizer, but more on that later. All right, yes, let's go. All right, land's good. We'll keep. Very old school land count at 24. Because just do not want to be shut out. I don't run the pain lands. I think I'll lean on island here. See what we're going to come up against. Gas Down's hard to get away from in this format. Pretty hard to argue against it. It was considering Ghastly Demise, going a little old school, but we'll see. Hey-o, Pauper Tim in the house. Good to see you, my friend. All right. I guess we could just hold off for that. We'll get this going here. We could probably bring the ending something here. Considering Experimental Augury is kind of a waste here. It's like an expensive instant ponder, but sometimes it might be the play given the cadence of the turn and all that. Pentad Prism. Oh, interesting. Yeah, there are a whole lot of options in these sorts of things. I sense something coming here. I want to do something with my mana. If I pick on something, I want it to count. Alrighty. And away we go. Not feeling all that good here. Let's, I'm going to Augury main here and just see I want to go get something that's representative of something that's going to matter. This is good. Yeah, we'll bring in the fall just so we can get our count going here. We can't really proliferate anything. Bit of a dud on that turn, but now we're set. We'll be able to kill something and then go. What's up with our opponents being stuck at one land here? Yeah, instead of using a spell to get mana, I'd rather just have the mana. Okay, up against White Weenie. Definitely, I'll bring in another Fumes. I'll lose a cast down. And I think I'm just going to keep it simple there. Might be able to bring in one of these. Lose a probe. Let's try that out. See how we feel here. Still don't really know what we're up against. There could be a second color, I'm imagining, but who knows? Yeah, I considered like Shadow Feed for, the ability to Mystical Teachings it, but in the end I just went with 2 Bogs, a little bit slower out of the gates, but with 4 Aqueducts, it's like playing with 6 Bogs if you want to go from there. So Coffin Purge was a nice little option too. Right now it just doesn't seem like there's too many blink effects happening, so I was happy with the Bogs there. We got early everything except black. We do have ways to draw though. I'll keep this. We'll gamble a little bit. Probably going to be met with, hey, it's a Healer's Hawk, which we don't care anything about. Normally, lifelink sucks because you're like, oh no, 2 for 1. But no, not anymore. All right. I guess we'll lead with the Scary since we drew the Augury. We can go find a swamp with it. Not optimal, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. This way we can at least Augury and not use up our Scary mana base. I like the 2-2 split here on the little Markadian Mask lands. What a strange little island. It's pink. Looks like it's got a... yeah, Rotten Reunion I considered, but I did want to keep it creatureless and just didn't have an upside to that compared to like a Coffin Purge. Right. Swamp would be really nice here. Or not. Yeah, I guess I'll just do this. I'll play this. And we'll hope to get... oh, there's a Peat Bog, right? Make sure it's the right one. Yeah, we'll grab that. Any order. And then we'll load up our lands here. Not the best, not the worst. We'll probably Phyresis here. Bring out a Bog. And maybe we'll catch him with the Arms of Hadar, right? Or we'll get caught. Who knows? Oh, I had a really nice pickleball tournament. A bunch of people were injured and out, so I had to play every single match, and I won every single one except the one where my wife was my partner. We are pickle plagued, we should say, in that game. We just can't seem to win together. It's funny, but it's a common thing with a lot of couples. They when you play mixed doubles, it's like this ongoing inside joke with just about everybody I know. They can't win with their significant other. It's funny. All right, we'll bring out the Bog. Not too much to do here. I'll get this going online here. It's not the greatest play. I'll just keep tempo up. We'll get them infected and go from there. Suffocating Fumes, going to represent pretty well here. Unless we get Anthemed. Not a deck you see all that often anymore. White Weenie, but Glorious Anthem style effects. There's a bunch of them too in Pauper. I mean, looks like we're going to see one. This feels like they're going to load up. Nope. All right, cool. Oh, it's that captain probably. The cheap captain you attack with so many and it gets cheaper. Who knows? I'm going to reveal them and put them in your hand. Wham! This is going to be one painful Suffocating Fumes if it goes. Only thing going to survive is that Inspector. There's no card called Pauper Tim by now? Come on. What kind of world is this? Our mana's fighting us a little bit. We'll rock like this. And I guess just pass the turn. We'll do maybe catch him early casting a critter. Yeah, Guardian's Pledge. where it's at, that's for sure. Maybe I should have done that on my turn, right? Do they have it? I'll chance it here. Let's go. It worked. We take 0. We're really going to need to get a proliferate spell here. Jeez. 1, 2, 3. I guess we could teachings for that. Okay, there goes another one. Search your library for any number of cards named Gathering Throng and put them into your hand. For any number of cards. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, you can definitely miss that Dreamer Stango. That's for sure. They're at 7, 2, 4. I'm going to rock like this. 2, 4, 6. Could do that. I think I just got to cast down that big dude here. Straight out. Boop. There's no tricks. Keep our life total healthy here. Slow rolling for sure. Maybe could have inquiried there. I like keeping that set at 2. Our mana's fighting us a little bit here. We haven't found too many proliferate cards, but hopefully that'll change. So we're at 13. What are these 7 cards in our opponent's hand? Boy, if this said instant or sorcery, that would be pretty epic, wouldn't it? Alrighty. Might still want to do that. We lose a Skerry. We could go get what we need. I'm going to hold. Alright, only 1 poison counter, so we're not too... Let me rock here. We'll inquiry here. Definitely fighting a bit here, aren't we? I take 3, 4. I'm just going to draw the card here. All right, Peat Bog's there. We can bring the ending here. Fitting a little adversity here. Those counters are fighting us. Not so much the counters, it's just we're not finding the majority of our proliferate spells are in the middle or bottom of our list right now. That's not worth countering. And we take 5. Yeah, I've seen some stream of thought ideas out there. It hasn't been an issue for me anyway. I've been playing it all week. Sorry for the nose blow. Got these cool little eucalyptus tissues my wife got me. It's always been one of my favorite smells. All right, this is fighting us big time here. 1, 2. Yeah, let me teachings here. Got to stay alive, if anything. There's our fumes. I'm just going to cast it now. And drop a bog, I would think. That's not damage, so that'll still go through. And we'll play the Bog. Opponent's at 4-2, 4-5. We'll probably probe with kicker if there's not a big army looking us down here. Sabassar, good to hear from you. Thanks for joining us in the chat. No, oh, so good. I was afraid that was like a 3-1 instant. What is that card? The Sacket, the Quasil Pride Mage in white. I forget what it's called. Pretty underplayed. No, it was in a lot of sideboards when it first came out, but nice little aggro way to get rid of enchantments and artifacts, right? That Inspector's been around for a while. Jeez. Uh-oh. I don't have too many target effects. Boy, the hits just keep coming. Come on, Arms of Hadar. Pauper gun to hype. Butter Ghost in the house. All right. I think you're our Pauperty champion, if I remember right? Okay. Well, we can proliferate now, but we're hurting for cards. Can I survive? I cannot. If I drop that, I can. That's 1 life. Or do I keep the combat damage up? If I do that, he'll sack that with Vraska's fall. Then we could sit back on a counter. Or do I eviscerate the hand? I think we need to get the life here. We'll grab our 1 swamp main, go up to 6. This is neat. Just right at the razor's edge of... Well, we got the first game, if I remember right. Yeah. Okay. Let me do this. Do a Vraska's fall. I'll probably get rid of the Inspector. All we have left now, mass removal wise, is Hadar, so it doesn't really matter. I wish this would have gone in a little different order, because this guy's nipped us for about 5 damage, I think, so far. We do have a counter here, and if nothing happens, we can augury at the end. Gonna be close. Gonna be close. Man, how many of those gathering throngs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't say you can have any number of them, so it's a nice, more elegant way of saying up to. Just say, grab all you can. The rules adjust otherwise. And away we go. I am grateful for so much more proliferate in the format, being that there's just so many more design areas you can focus on, right? Have we already seen a Squadron Hawk? We have. And they revealed all of them, so this isn't really worth countering. Boy, we just have to get kind of lucky here. That's fine. I'll let it through. And there's 2 more in his hand. Hopefully this augury can show up Arms of Hadar. We're halfway through our list. We've got 3 of them, so let's go see if we can find it. Boop. I'll rock here. Giving a... That's not going to do it. I guess we'll get plan. Any order. Hit here, hit here. Say done. We're still not dead. We can technically take some damage. This helps. We do this. All right. Can we do that? 2, 3, 4, 5. With kicker. Boop. Probably just going to lose the 2 hawks, but still, yeah, we've got options. Discard 2 cards. Okay. We'll get rid of an island. Probably the Aqueduct here. They're going to get rid of good stuff. 2 planes. Okay. Keeping the critters about. Thinking the ending's probably a better call here. So I'll just stick on that. Cast down's not going to do too much with the Acolyte sitting across from us. Arms of Hadar will have something to say about that. Don't really mind. There's what? 2 hawks in our opponent's hands? 1 hawk. 2 in the yard. Radiant Fountain doing a lot of work in this list. Hopefully we run into a Kuldotha red list. Obviously we tend to lose the first game, but then the second and third is really close, but a lot of fun. Like I said, I've been having quite a bit more success than I thought I would. I thought I would be fighting to be 50-50, and it feels like it's slightly favored almost. Protection from red. Okay, at this stage, I'm not too worried about that. I mean, we're dead to... I have to find a sweeper here, so... Our opponent sitting on here. Maestros Theater. That puts us to 5, buys us some turns. Let's proliferate first, see what we get. We'll proliferate here and here, keeping our bog alive. Done. These things feel so unfair when you just keep churning these things out. We'll get our life online here. A little game of cat and mouse. I'm like tempting him, like you gotta commit a little bit more. Otherwise, I'm able to eke ahead these. Man, probe feels really good here. Mystical Teachings isn't going to get us too much here. Probe will help us dig. We'll grab probe. Any order. Oh yeah, proliferate. Better do that. Oh boy. So we're going to take 4. If he's got any trick, I'm just dead. I could sit back on this. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go for it here. Let's just probe natural here. Cast. I really got to find Arms of Hadar. This is getting ridiculous. I'll get rid of a cast down in an island. I have played a land this turn. Yeah, I'll do that just in case. Make sure. Okay. All right. No tricks. No tricks. No bone splitter. No nothing. Cathar Commander. That's the one. Disrupting Spectator. Good to hear from you. First time chat. All right. We're going to go to 1. Maestros Theater is going to sell us some tickets to the after party. Woo! Bum, bum, bum. It's down to the wire, folks. Any tricks? Oh, big UFC event tonight. I'm not sure if I'm going to buckle down and buy it. Those things are getting so expensive, and only the main event is interesting to me. There's been a lot of dropouts, too. Come on, list! Yay. First, let's draw a card. Well, no, we have teachings in the yard. Hold on. But that costs 5. 6. Is it 6? Yeah. 2, 4, 5, 6. Not an option. Technically, actually, we don't have anything for the theater. Our swamp's out and our 3 islands are here. So if I play that, it's just for the life, which is kind of ridiculous at this point. So I'm just going to do this here. Glad I looked over that. Come on. Oh! We did it, folks. Bonk. Woo! We sure dug enough for it, that's for sure. I'll play the theater just for the life. We're not going to be able to find anything for it. I'm just going to gain the life. Who knows? Maybe they're playing Gutshot main. We fetch nothing, but shows you how much I know this list. Whoa. All right. So now we can teachings for the win here. If we need to. Vraska's Fall if we don't just top deck something here. Oh yeah, the equipment list. Caesar the Geezer. Nice. There's always the possibility, that's for sure. Forget which one of us had that. That was very interesting. You know what? I'm gonna cast down right now, just in case that's this only creature. And we draw dead. What is this? Chow Mano's Blessing. Going old school. That's what happened before Benevolent Blessing, boys and girls. Ooh. Oh, and my son's won, I think 2 in a row now, modern tournaments again. He's got enough free tournaments lined up, starting to be like his old man when I first started playing Pauper. Just enter for days here. Okay. 2, 4, 6 would get us that. Vraska's Fall, get us to 1. This will get us back. That deck sure is fighting us today, but We're staying alive. Do this. Get the counters up. We can counter whatever they do next. We'll be taking 1, 2, 4, 5. Still can't teach it, but we'll win next turn no matter what, because we can at least teachings for anything that costs 2, like an augury or something. He plays that Is-It list with the monkey. A lot of control. But you play my son, it's like playing a top rules level judge. He just, his mastery of the rules is just, he definitely gets that from his mom, who's kind of in the lawyer trade, so he knows all the fine print. It's funny, soon after teaching him the game, I would run things by him all the time. I'm like, would this work? And he's like, no, Dad, because of this or whatever. And so, all right, well, we just luck out here. I don't have to, do the thing with mystical teachings in the yard to go find something a little cheaper. But that was a nail biter. All right, I'm feeling good. Let's jump on in and see if we can face a non-white list here. Yeah, I have to go pretty hard in the paint with the life lands here. So 4 Radiant Fountains, the Maestros Theater, and the 4 Backwaters. A lot of times when I beat red lists, I'm like 5 or 6 life, and I do the math, and I'm like, wow, I would have been dead a long time ago had that not been the way. So, yeah, is it Murktide? Yeah, no, he never shies away from, he's got a little of me in there where he played it with Delver for the longest time, and he would still win, but not nearly as much. And then he finally had to make the concession and drop the big bucks for that, the red monkey treasure dude. And it's been pretty free sailing ever since. I think he either plays even or wins it every time he's gone now. And that's a murderer's row at the place we play at here in greater Los Angeles area. So I like this quote. Reminds me of the pit of despair in Princess Bride. Tell me how it feels and leave nothing out. And this is for posterity, so please be honest. How did this make you feel? And then he just murmurs in pain. Very awkward here, but we'll keep it. Maestro's Theater showing up. Let's see what we're up against. Well, that's quite the statement there, Disrupting Spectator. You may not be wrong, that's for sure. All right, well, this makes it easy. We'll go get our lone swamp. Boop. Come here, swamp. Pow. We're already up on life. Look at this. So the other card I had 3 cards main that were what was it? Yeah, Mesmerizing Dose. I went from 3 to 2 to 1 to none. It's pretty hard when you have things like Cast Down and such. It just proliferated, but tried it early and I wasn't too big of a fan of it. All right, we'll get our things right here just in case we can counter something. Our EOT Cast Down. Guess we could Augury, but not too fond of that right now. What do we got? Yeah, we'll counter that. Just to do it. Get. Dispel. All right. And we'll cast it down. I have never played this matchup before. Let's bring out this. And we'll kill it. No reductions for you. Messed around with this spell too. In the end, I really like the flexibility of Negate, especially when your land count's at 24 and you have so many two manas. 2 manas? Is that right? Got them in droves, eh? Well, we're probably looking at a snap here. It'd be really nice to have a basic show up so we could at least have a double cast down effect. I don't mind that. I'll try to keep things honest here. Cast down, at least we'll eat their yard. I think there might be an Ortho Reanimator Infect deck possible. Oh yeah, Recommission on Earth. You know what's also cool is there's a Goblin with haste. I considered putting it in the sideboard of this list. All right. Bit clunky on our mana, but we're eating up their yard. Got another cast down. Yeah, I can say, but I did want to keep a traditional creature list, but if the list catches on or starts becoming the thing, that might be a fun way to switch it up. That or even land destruction with the land counts that we've got. Go pretty hard in the paint with that. But yeah, what is that goblin called? It's a putrid goblin. No, that's not putrid goblin. Yeah, there's a. Gosh darn it! What is that? Oh well, it's nice to not have to worry about life. All right, we'll cast that down again. Arms of Hadar is not going to be good here. Let's see, familiars minus arms. Let's take little notes as the show goes on, so that when I go up against it, the options are a little easier. We'll cast down the free mana. You know, I want to augury right now, maybe. This isn't that good right now. And I kind of want to make sure. I guess we'll wait. It is an instant after all. Main deck Dispels got me thinking a little too much, though. That's it, Shiraz. Blackcleave Goblin. I've killed many people with that, especially when you throw a Bone Splitter on it. It's like instant. I've tried to make so much stuff with Black Infect work with creatures, even going with that 1/1 Infect guy. You have to pay for it every time, or Cloak of the Bat. There's an equipment that gives like Shroud, Haste, and like flying or something, and some Hunter Cloak or something like that. And I was like, whoa! Just in the end, it's uphill, I say. Well, what do we got here? Another cycle. We're keeping those familiars off the table, keeping their mana honest. Not the best play, but we'll try it. Try to fix things up. Alrighty. Prologue draws a card. That kills a card. I think we'll go Prologue. Any order. We cannot proliferate. Deck's fighting a bit here. Alright. Let's Phyresis here. Okay. Alright. Mana's going to be okay. I don't know. Maybe we bring back the Bog here. Yeah, I think that's the play. Alright. We're naked. Oh, all those comments, I've tried them all. That's for sure. Yeah, that goblin's burly. So yeah, the idea initially was, you could warrant having a dark ritual style Black Infect list with just kind of a Sui Black sort of mentality, and throwing out. You've got the land destruction sideboard for the 3 mana first turn. All that good stuff. All right, looks like we kept them off it long enough. Arms, I love you, but I don't need you. We'll bring in this and this so far. It's just my little knee jerk. These are good. Probe's good. Vraska's Fall's good. Suffocating Fumes can go. I guess we'll just bring in the other Negate. Crypt Incursion's interesting, but we're not going to be needing too much land there. There's too much bounce going on for this to be relevant, so we'll just play it like this. Greetings, folk in 1978 from Italy. Back at you from California. Okay, boop, boop. And yeah. I don't know if I like this hand. I'll lean on keeping it. Let's go. The way things roll, I might be able to have Vraska's Fall, EOT, eat a, a familiar of some sort, and go from there. Yeah, I've always loved that old dark ritual style stuff, and when you can warrant it. So what I was trying to say is, you got the early stuff, you can throw out equipment and equip it straight away, or if it's turn 2, you can have a Blackcleave Goblin coming out straight out of the gates, and good times for sure. Well, this is fighting us now, isn't it? All right, we'll lead off with the Bog. Be nice to just hit a natural island here. Otherwise, we'll just trip the theater and wait. All right. Must have a chancery after this, right? Feels like it. Somebody plays too much Pauper. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Good to have you all with me. And again, last week I was very under the weather. I didn't want to be coughing, living up to the moniker of my name, right? Cough, cough, cough. We don't really care about the life gain here. We'll bring this out, go grab an island. That cast down will probably be spent for a familiar. Careful. There we go. I have so many different artworks, but I always lean on the same lands. I just like them so much. Between the swamps and the islands. Apologies for the lack of aesthetics. Glad I'm not playing Burn. Another neat reason this is well positioned right now is, Golgotha Red, and people are just trying to gain so much life to counteract that in the metagame. So I got a little carbonation buildup. Trying to keep it off mic. But, when you play Infect, it just bends all those rules. We don't care. Like, go ahead and get your stuff. Gain all the life you want. Don't even matter. I don't know about this. Don't really need that. I'd like to get him a poison counter, though, so stuff starts mattering. Let me do this first. Infect! Okay. I guess we don't really need the life gain too much here. We'll lead off with this. Now what to discard? I can't anticipate hitting a land drop here. Mystical Teachings. I think I'm going to throw this out. We can always bring it back. Can't see myself casting that in the next 5 turns even. A lot of times it's that nail in the coffin play. Just go get that one Experimental Augury EOT and just zap. Get him for that last little bit. That's why I don't really like the plan of... I've seen some lists where they try to, reshuffle all their stuff. It's like there's plenty in here. I don't see that being a problem too much. So maybe it's just me. Who knows? Modern Age showing up. It'd be nice if we drew a bog here. Turn off that yard, right? But yeah, I have played this all week. Tweak, tweak, tweak. Last about 2.5 days. It's barely changed. Tiny little ratios with the mana and such like that, but I stand by it. I really like this list. Probe showing up. Okay. Well, what I really want to do here is get our... okay. Got the augury here. Yeah. Problem here is if I do this... we do have counter backup. It's not the greatest. I'm going to do it right now. Alrighty, I like the bog a lot. Let's take bog. Any order. We'll make our lands last forever. Done. And we're sitting on a counter spell. Got a few too many cards here. Jeez. Can't neglect our life too much. Those modern ages are going to start chipping away at us, but not too worried about that. Sorry, I got another watery nose. Yeah, I messed around with vivisections or insight. I guess my opponents were just all too good for that to kind of be a thing. Opening was never there. Okay, I guess I'm going to try to counter this. It's not... all I've got to do is pay 2, but it looks like they've only got the 1, but they probably have a Dispel in hand. They shut off some shenanigans, right? Okay. And what are they getting back? Probably Dispel. Okay, Dispel in the hand. All right. 2, 4, 5. We could probe, but you know we're gonna have to discard so many cards just because. I think I'm gonna pitch the Bog here. Yeah, we're just gonna have to pay our dues here. I'm gonna go like this and this. We're gonna cast down this dude, get him out of the game. We'll play Vraska here. Is that a Bog now or later? I think I'll wait. Yeah, I'll bring this back. Bring back the fountain. It's fighting us, but it'll be all right. They tap out again. Now it's a good probe turn. That's why I went down to 3. I used to run 4. And it was a very much for like the compulsive research style effect where you just, you know, you got too many lands mid to late game. You want to get rid of them. I thought about Ona's Grace. Obviously, you can search for that via the mystical teachings, but funny, I used to really lean on those retrace cards, and they just don't feel good enough anymore. Like Flame Jab and Raven's Crime's still a thing. 4 cards. We know one of them's a Dispel, so that bring the ending isn't as good as we would like to think. Get our life going online here. This is a good probe turn. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With kicker. Zoop. Sorceries are a thing. I have seen Envelop played in this last week. It's been pretty interesting. Kind of a backbreaking play here for a Familiars player. Okay. Well, our mana's right. I don't think we need 2 fountains. Obviously, we'll go like this. Glad I didn't draw that stuff. It's nice to have double backup plan here. All right. Well, we know they've got 1 Dispel. We're taking 4 a turn. Looks like we're going to win the card war here. Weekend exercise. Do not neglect that. Good for you, distrusting spectator. Thanks for the entertainment, sir. Yeah, you too, man. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for the love. Yeah, I definitely considered playing Vampire's Kiss in this. I know it seems a little awkward. It gets you life and pitches stuff you don't need later. That was when I was running, like, you know, Serrated Arrows main and stuff, and just found that didn't quite get there too much. Endlessly fascinating, I say. Let me I'm gonna draw this out, just see if we can get a Dispel in the yard, and then I can Bog. Okay. I'm still gonna hold on that Bog. Get our mana right here. We'll win the counter war, so it seems. Got pretty much 3 hard counters outside of creatures. Life is, got to keep an eye on it. No one's a Dispel. The real Salties. Hey, good to hear from you. I made a Mogwarts deck for Pauper. Very nice. Funny how we don't really care. A lot of times Familiars is kind of a, oh no, this deck, because, you know, you're trying to hurt them and they can gain so much life. They can get the great, but we're not, it's feeling like kind of a favorable style here. All right. We'll proliferate because we got 2. I think that's the better play. Yeah, do this. Can't really do anything with our lands. We'll say done on that. Backwater showing up again. We've got double counter available. I'll gain the life here. Pass the turn. Probably Inquiry next turn. Hopefully find some ways to get rid of those things. Probably looking at snaps, but that's a whole reset for the Vector Glider, buying us quite a bit of time. So, oh, I've seen some really good mono green Tron lists, Fangren Marauder and such, especially with crop rotation main and being able to fast forward that. Very good idea. 2, 4. Need 6 to flash that back. Nope, just bring the ending and negates in the sideboard. Yeah, bring the endings really impressed me. Thank you for that, Shiraz. You want the deck list, you can just click right there, download it, and you're good to go. What are they bringing back? They're getting a little worried for that probe, aren't they? Holding on to that Dispel. I wish that Infectious Inquiry was in instant, but it is not. Well, there's that. Fortunately, I think I have to go down life here. Let's play it now. A lot of sorceries helping us out. Hey, probe showed up. That's pretty cool. I guess we'll do that. Oh, we could just take the damage here. Yeah, no reason not to do that. Well, let's go. Let's be close. That other one was really close too. But if anything, I underestimated this style. It's been playing really well. Just that inevitability. Okay. Well, I don't want this to happen. We'll bring the ending on that. We'll get met with a what is that? Dispel, which we will negate. Right? Now we can kill one of those things. Our probe's going to be pretty nasty. And then we'll bog. How's that? Yeah, Creatureless Infect, baby. Like I said, it was a pipe dream of mine for a long time. I'm almost positive I was the only one brewing with Pistis Strike and Virulent Wound, trying to make it work. Sometimes it would, and it was like, you know, when you win money versus earning it, it was so much sweeter. Oh, wow. Okay. Boy, the deck just started liking me all of a sudden. Change of plans. We'll do this. Then we'll do this. Boop, 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 boop. Crunch. And we'll bog. Nighty night, sucker. Sitting on hard counter now with Bring the Ending, since our opponent has 3 or more. They are corrupted. Yeah, there was definitely some infect creatures I considered, and it might be, but I'm such a purist, I was like, I have to make this first build creatureless, and gives your opponent a lot of dead cards, that's for sure. All right, well, we really like that. We're going to, let's do this to this to this to this, and this. Probe. Don't really have any, we're only going to be able to net 1 card, really, but we're after more of the effect of the ability to eviscerate our opponent's hand here. Never a dead card. What do they got? What do they got? Prohibit. I guess I'll ending that. Even if they have another counterspell, it's still kind of the net volume sameness as far as getting rid of good stuff here. Well, we're at 5 life, but I'm not too worried about this stuff. I'm going to, I think I'm going to get rid of both cast downs here. And, you know, I could do that now, but I'm going to do this here just to fill up our hand. Get our opponent to 8. We're 1 card away from pulling this thing off. All right, well, this helps a bit. I don't really worry about that prohibit too much, so we'll bring this out, go back to 5, and feeling good here. Yeah, if I was going to have a surprise sideboard infect creature, it would definitely be the Black Cleave Goblin. At 24 lands, you're not going to ever miss on it, and nice little aha sort of thing. Okay. Well, we've got all kinds of options here. 2, 4... I guess we could just do that now, right? I'm going to do this main. And get that Skerry count up. Get him 9. All right. Let's see. 2, 4, 6 for the teachings. Let's do that. 4, 5, 6. Mystical teachings from the yard. Yeah, I guess we could we want that to go through just because of the thing, but we're gonna have to lose the... Yeah, it's not the best play here. Whatever. I guess I'll just let this go through. We'll get another Augury here. I was thinking counter that, but then we're going to lose our ability to do the thing anyway, so we're going to have to eat this no matter what. It's fine. Bring this out. We'll Augury again. This is good times. I guess we'll go for the win here. Bloop. Any order. If we had a basic, we'd be fine. Proliferate. Careful. We do lose our land this play, but not too worried about that. Let's shut off all hope. Boop. Turn off any sort of shenanigans from the yard here. Yeah, Familiar is definitely one of the better lists than Pauper, especially when you're trying to do 20 damage. But when you're doing Infect and you're drawing this many cards, I tell you, it's a good thing. All right. So far, so good. Hey, guys, I'm going to go get some more coffee. I'll be right back after all these custom-made commercials by yours truly in just a minute. Woo!
Welcome to Sideboards Explored, Removal. Curse of Chains can be used as removal in any white and or blue decks. Great for isolating threats like Gurmag Angler. Many times it is better to cause an opponent's creature to stay on the battlefield rather than go into their graveyard. Gutshot. Pauper is full of amazing creatures with a 1 toughness backside, and even if you're not on red, paying 2 life to counter a Spellstutter Sprite or do that unexpected prowess damage is nothing shy of awesome. Varrodin Longbow is magnificent for the same reasons Gutshot is, only with the longbow, you get to keep doing it. Gleeful Sabotage is a flexible card versus artifacts and enchantments, allowing a 2-for-1 removal effect for a small amount of tempo loss. It's a great starting point for dealing with artifacts and enchantments. Shenanigans is hate at its finest. This card just keeps coming back for more destructive fun. And all at that low cost of dredging for 1. Snuff Out exemplifies sneaky removal and shines versus Kiln Fiend style matchups. It is wonderful for stopping recursion loop combos, even when tapped out. Oblivion Ring is a great option when you're first creating your sideboard. Since similar decks tend to run Journey to Nowhere main, Oblivion Ring can act as a great backup plan that can target many other threats as well.
And we're back. Let's try this. See what we're up against. Land's good. Hand's good. Keep. Let's do it. Dun, 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 dun. Go get a swamp. Hope you guys are liking this build. Like I said, I didn't arrive at it lightly. And I was brewing it before the cards were legal. But it makes a big difference when you see everything and you actually play with it. Like I was saying, that mesmerizing, what was it, gaze? What was that card I was just talking about? Mesmerizing dose. I was messing about with that and it seemed like, oh, this is great. But especially that it's blue. Bad news. So many blast effects in Pauper, right? Preordain. Had that in this list for a while too. Like the Augury was a way more organic, a lot of coming to play tap lands, so it wasn't too optimized for sure. All right, what shall we do here? Well, we've got a natural if we do that. I guess we just pay our dues here. Yeah, let me just bring out the Aqueduct. We'll be glad we did. Not like we're going up against red and we need that Radiant Fountain math to help us out too much here. Famous last words. We've beaten Familiars and White Weenie so far. Wow, that Familiars matchup felt awesome. A lot of sorceries versus their dispels. We don't care about their life gain. We don't care about snaps. I mean, so much of their game plan is just negated. It's very true of an Infect style, but then when you add Creatureless to it, it's like a whole nother level. I've always been a fan of sneakiness, and this is about as high as you can get with sneakiness. As long as we land that Inquiry, we're going to get those counters online. We'll probably have to pitch a few cards, given our hand size here. Yeah, that's a bummer, isn't it? Well, embarrassment of riches. Let's do it now. Crunch. We only have to lose one card. Now they know what we're up against, or what we're up to. Yeah, we'll get rid of one of those fountains. Watch, it's like the most aggro list ever, and we lose by like 2 life. Yep. Okay. Let's get rid of a fountain. Bring out that bog and get our proliferate action going on here. For when we do draw into our probes. Old school card that used to see a whole lot of play. Probe. Good stuff. Like I said, I tried Mental Discipline, Ideas Unbound, Vampire's Kiss, Compulsive Research, and even a Tragic Lesson with the Radiant Fountain and Peat Bogs and stuff. And Probe was just always the best option. Cast early, it's like Compulsive Research. Get rid of those extra lands, go find something you really need. But mid to late, it can be a backbreaker, as we just saw last round. Hey, where'd my chat go? Am I still going? Let me double check. You guys got awfully quiet. It says I'm still streaming. Okay, good times. Wait a minute, was I moving? Okay. Here we are. Still here. Thank you, everybody. Let's see, got some sort of tap plan. Okay, that's not a big deal here. We'll do this in Augury. We have plenty of land, so I'll take the arms just in case, who knows, maybe they've got some weird something brewing here. We'll get that up there and go like this. Say done. Boop. Haven't seen early frost in probably a year. Don't see it played against me all that much. Get our lands right or get them set up. We do have a proliferate spell, so I'll bring out the bog. Bring out the bog. Propaganda hype. Pangolin Wrangler. Thank you for that. Yeah, I definitely wanted to see you guys last week, but like I said, it would have been I didn't want to lose viewers. I was coughing and sneezing that badly where it was like, you know what, I can't go 2 minutes without making a lot of noise. Well, this is spicy and sprinkly or shiny. When Grim Guardian or another enchantment enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. Well, we've seen a standard White Weenie list and a very good Familiars list, and now we're up against some sort of rogueness here. Curious. All right. Well, embarrassment of riches. Let's just do this. We'll Contentious Plan here. Plop. We'll make our bogs like forever here. This is just so fun with the bogs. I really feel like I got the land right in this list. I guess we could cast that down. It seems like their game plans to abuse that, doesn't it? Don't really need any more critters. We've got plenty of stuff. Yeah, while we've got the opening, let's take it. It's so unfair to just have these at like 4 or 5 the whole game. It's just like, wait a minute. You get to play 2 lands every turn? Even now, just a non-kicked probe, pitch all these lands, go get other good stuff. You never know. Aqueduct helps out with that math, but it's mostly there for the Radiant Fountain style. That's a nice island. I've always liked this art. This little sinkhole, or little wormhole, I should say. Always good to strike when your opponent's tapped out. I don't really associate swamps and black mana with shiny. shininess. You know, you think of just grit and dust and dank swamp grit, not pristine shininess. It's kind of a weird juxtaposition on the art there. Okay, we've got a plan. Let's see if we can implement it. I think I'm just going to go basic here. We've seen some tap land, so let's do this. It's a sorcery after all. What do they got? What do they got? We will proliferate, getting all kinds of goodies. It's Christmas morning every day. I said done, right? Cool. 2, 4, could do that EOT. Let's go get some stuff. Sorcery, we've got to do it. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. Vraska's Fall. I'll just do that on their turn. In case they got some sort of weird shenanigans here. Let's go. See if we can do stuff. A Nyxborn even. Bop, 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 bop. Crunch. The inevitability is growing. It's like struggling to get away from quicksand. We've got all these fountains that we don't really need. I'm just going to keep getting our mana right. Guess we'll... Hey-yo. Let's do this now. I do this at sorcery speed a lot just because it sets up so much stuff. Oh, this is beautiful. Be nice to have a counter spell, but I haven't seen too much I'm afraid of, so I'm just going to bring it out the plan. Any order. Bring out the dead. Here we go. Done. Yo. Let's do this. Contentious Plan. Proliferate. 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 Done. Oh, okay. We'll do that next turn. But for right now, I'll just do one more counter and draw 2 more cards. Boink. Alrighty, Arms. Not in fine detail, but I got the impression that they were enchantment creatures. There were enchantment creatures. There's quite a few of them. That's a bit of a stretching of the truth. I know there are some. I shouldn't say quite a few. And if this was more of an aggro deck, we had 2 Radiant Fountains the whole game and the Aqueduct, so I want to represent it quite a bit, but I'm not quite sure what to do here. I don't think Arms is going to be good or Suffocating. Those kind of necessary evils in this metagame. Cast Down I really liked. I think we're going to go the same plan here. We'll just bring in generic counters and like one more Edict effect. I can always teachings for all of this. Double check. Crypt Incursion. We're not seeing a ton of creatures and we only saw the one color, so let's go from there. The only magic novel I ever read was Chainer's Edict. It was Chainer's Torment, I think was the name of the book. And it was actually pretty good. Shambling Swarm was really realized in one of the chapters. I was like, I was pretty impressed by it. But man, I read one after that thinking, oh, these are all going to be good. Not the case. Mulligan for sure. Keep for sure. We don't really have any ways of promoting that Skerry yet. So I'll lose the Skerry. You can get a little greedy with those. If your mana's right, go for it. If it shows up and it happens, fine. It's also why I'm not running 4. I just don't want it to be too much of a liability. It's an asset when I see it. It comes up. It's nice to see. Otherwise, there you go. However, I had my son... he had to read for a summer, and I know he liked Magic, so I was, we went and got it off Amazon, and he didn't like it. But he was in that, I don't want to read mode. I sure wish they would just go back to the way things were. Not to sound like an old timer, but meaning like Wizards, you know, when they had the Community Cup and they would let that sort of angle was really nice. And then even like bringing back the Pro Tour, and which I know is becoming a thing again, but and you could buy. One of the best purchases I ever made was they made available all of the lists from the whatever local Pro Tour, and I was just it was so awesome. They were like, I think silver bordered or gold bordered, and you had the sideboard and everything, and you even had blanks and stuff. Man, that just promoted the game so much, because then you could see how the pros played and have a kitchen table just awesome, ready to go list and stuff. When I sold my collection, I'm really mad that I got rid of those too. Llanowar, yeah, just follow that link. You can download it, see it, do all kinds of stuff. Much better than just seeing a list. I mean, you can do that too. It's all ready to go. Well, we haven't done anything in the infect area, have we? And we're a bit too shy to do much of anything else. I'll bring out the fountain here. I guess might be met with a counter, but whatever. We've got another one behind it. See if we can get things rolling. If it works, great. Hey, great, cool. All right, we're at 7. Feeling good. That probe's gonna be bombastic when we hit it. I'm thinking our hand doesn't change much. We prologue and aqueduct back the fountain, and then we probe next turn. That'll be good times. Wanting to see what the payoff is here. Yeah, I think so too, Prize Fighter. You still got the whole set? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I had the Sly deck, and then Kaibood's first breakout list with the Covetous Dragon, with all the artifacts and stuff, and it's fascinating. And Randy Bueller's, my favorite control deck of all time, Randy Bueller's no creatures with Stalking Stones. It was just end of turn, Whispers of the Muse, counter, 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 and then all of a sudden you've got these 3/3 man lands, and you just chow down. Oh, it was such a cool list. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's do a little Phyresis logic here. Yeah, I always thought he was incredibly underrated as a deck builder, Randy Bueller. I studied a few of his designs ad nauseum, and they kept getting deeper and deeper. I was very impressed. All right, well, we don't need 2 fountains. We're not exactly getting goblin run over with bushwhackers here. Excuse me again. Whoop. Well, that's a very strange play against an infect creatureless list. You gain all the life you want, my friend. We do lose a life for the enchantment. That's a damn good enchantment. If you don't know, Vampiric Link works a little bit differently. You can put it on somebody's angler, and if you're at 6 life, you'll go to 1, and then you'll go back up to 6. Very flexible card. I played the Phyresis commercial, which was one of the first spoof commercials we did here at Propaganda. And it's funny how it's come full circle. Now it's like one of our more relevant ones, right? Not this turn. This is brutal. We can stop a bit of it. Hate doing this here, though. We want our mana, damn it. Beefcake. Any Super Bowl plans in spite of the Niners' depressing loss? Hey, I know. Check this out. I'm wearing Kittle's little shirt jersey. Yeah, that was so depressing. It wasn't even a game. We didn't even get to see for those that you don't know, we lost our most important position. It was like a historically, like, all of our backup, everything just went. It couldn't have gone worse, faster. It's like we just didn't even have, like, it was like trying to fuel a locomotive with sand. It was like we didn't have an engine. We didn't have anything. It was so depressing. But yeah, I always watch the Super Bowl. I'm pretty American that way. Let's see. I don't really need too much going on here. I'll play this just to play it. And we'll inquiry just to inquiry. Next turn we'll probe, damn it. Oh, nope. Careful. Inquiry. Yeah, I really like the Niners uniforms when they were black. It's got the slimming effect, right? Not that those guys need it. But yeah, that was so anticlimactic. Our most important position hurt, then our backup concussed, and then our hurt quarterback has to come back in, can't throw the ball. It's like not being able to kick in soccer. And so the only plays we had were to hand it off. And so if you're a defense, you know what we're going to do every single turn, and it was just pathetic. So I'm wanting to see the payoff from our opponent's deck here. It's so far, it doesn't seem like he's running counters. I don't care about the life gain. I guess we'll see when we make him discard, right? What's this? Another Guardian? Pestilence, okay. Well, at 3, that could get there. All I got to do is kill the one creature to do a 3-for-1, though. Netting both the Vampiric Link and the Pestilence. Not that the Link matters that much, but lo and behold, check this out. I guess we'll just get rid of their plan here. Sorry, mate. We'll do that. They lose everything. We'll Contentious Plan. And then we'll Bog just in case there's some sort of graveyard shenanigans here. Bloop. Done. Cool. And Bog. Crunch. I feel like a cat playing with a half-dead mouse here. The popularity of American football is a complete mystery. Yeah, it'd be interesting if I grew up in another culture and I saw it for the first time. I'll tell you, the complete mystery to us is rugby. Not so much in America, but my wife and I, we refuse to look up like how it's, we're just trying to, whenever we catch it on TV, we're trying to deduce what the rules are. Because, you know, you're so clouded by what football is. And I don't like this play. It's probably going to take our probe. What a perfect probe hand, you know. Oh, all right, cool. We've got 3 lands that we don't need. Oh, this feels like an early Frost turn again. Darn it. They're just keeping us off that probe. I'll hard cast it if I have to. All right. We'll bring out an island. Let's go boom, 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 boom. Hey. With kicker. Crunch. Get rid of your hand. All right. I'll get rid of this stuff. You'll get rid of good stuff, hopefully. Slow motion. Interesting. Haven't seen any counter magic, so I'm just going to proliferate, try to get us to our 4th game here. Like ice hockey and baseball. Yeah, I don't get baseball. There's so much standing around and itching and spitting and adjusting, and never understood it. My wife loves it, but she's the most American person I've ever met. And she's adopted from Korea. She just loves baseball and traditions and, you know, hot dogs and crazy barbecues. Oh, I get you there, Caesar the Geezer. Yeah, there is a lot of stopping and starting in football. Kind of simulated war, though. Capture the flag style thing. There's been some unbelievable amount of injuries, though. Sorry for a bit of a slog game here. I'm waiting to see what our opponent's deck does, and I think we're just going to beat him before anything happens here. All right, let's do this again here. This is cast with kicker. Get rid of your hand. All right, we'll get rid of this and this. What is this? Sinister position. They're all about the life total here. All right, we'll play a Skerry just because we're going to we'll Phyresis here. Drawing a card. Cool. Hey, oh man, the guy holds on to his land again. This is going to be the most brutal triple probe ever. I feel like an alien visiting Earth. Okay. W. Hopefully, I kind of want to see a gold off the burn list here. Who wishes for that, right? But I just kind of want to show you guys. If anything, it at least plays pretty decent against it. A lot of times I can win, though. Yeah, I want to play first. A lot of land, creature base. We'll keep this. Our colors are right. There we go. Hey-ya, we'll lead off with the backwater here. I don't like leading off with Skerry. Another reason I don't like to run 3 or 4 of them. Only 2 and 2. It's very rarely the best first turn. Here comes some critters. Alrighty, well this Hadar is not going to be any good. Do I cast that down? I got a feeling I'm going to cast this down just to stop the tempo. A lot of times they can be stuck at one land or and really lean on that, either the Quarian Ranger or the Caretaker early on. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, this one I have no experience with, so let's do this. Crunch. Now we'll bring out the Skerry. Arms of Hadar doing absolutely nothing in this matchup. Literally everything lives through it. Well, there's something that doesn't. That'd be funny. He drops like 2 more Rangers. Be like, aha, Hadar. Hey, check this out. Pretty great. Boom, boom, boom. The fall. I'll do a plan here. I'm just going to stay up on tempo. We'll proliferate here, get our land back. See, done. Cool. Hope you guys are liking the list. Like I said, I wouldn't change a thing so far. I've really been tuning this thing and having a good time with it. Well, yeah, we could teach things here. 2, 4 to go get a... Yeah, let's do that. Boom, boom, boom. I respect this list a lot, so I'm going to go get a cast down. Get this thing out of the gates. Pow! Doing a good job of playing a control list here. Triple cast down and a Vraska's fall. Ouch! Now this might be really painful. I have not run into initiative lists, and being that we're creatureless, they're just going to really have their way with us here. So this might be the Achilles heel of the list here. When you add the creature, though, you are turning on people's removals. So, boy, we are just loving these draws. I'll bring this back up. I could recast the Skerry, but I'll bring back the life. We're probably going to need it. Boy, where's our... Actually, can't really complain too much. We drew all 4 cast downs in like the first 3 turns, it seems like. So, keeping them off critters as they move through the Undercity. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, reset time. I don't think we're getting away from Pedro Gibson in this one. We've got that and another hunter and an Altasaur. Yikes, this is going to get grim quick. All of our big kill spells are already out, so I don't think we're going to win this one. No, it feels pretty good here. Hadar's going to feel pretty good now. I will use it since we can do something with it. Gosh, we just draw the other one. That's kind of lame, right? Sure, let's bring out this. 2, 3. Let's do that. Let me stifle them a little bit. Like I said, I don't think we're getting away with this one. They just keep moving through the city. 5, 6, 7. Here comes something big. Where's our counter magic when we need it, right? I'm not going to wiggle out of this one, guys. I don't really care about the life gain, but, ooh, man. Probe's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's probe with kicker. Bloop. Discard 2 cards. Well, we don't need Hadar. We probably don't need the theater. Bad news is that's a lot of damage. Headed our way. We're out of life gain. I'm almost considering scooping here. just because we've lost so many of our cast downs, and we can't draw enough Vraska's Falls here because look at that, what they've revealed here. There's just too much coming our way. Yeah. All right, we lose the very first game of the day. We'll go to the sideboard. What do we call this? Simic Ramp? INIT. Okay. Nice to meet with some adversity here. Crypt Incursion's going to really help out. Hadar can go bye-bye, as can Suffocating Fumes. Stop me if you've heard this one before. We'll bring this in. And I guess one Negate. You know, the Serrated Arrows might actually pay off, especially against that little Undercity 4/1 critter. Bring that in. I guess I'll lose one Negate here. Got bring the ending, cast down. I don't know. I was trying to stifle them early. We just never drew into our proliferate style stuff here. So, yeah, I want to play first. Hurting for mana, straight out of the gates. 24 land. Mulligan that. Okay, this is very late game. We've got an early cast down. Whew, this is not a good hand, but I don't want to get too deep, so we'll keep this. Say bye-bye Incursion. Say done. Definitely a late game spell. I'll bring out the theater and go get an island. At least this way we've got options. Hey, first time chat. Cheered with 50 bits. Thank you for that. Gapripinayu 85. Sorry about the pronunciation. Not one of my strong suits. But if I was going to play one, it'd probably be the Blackcleave Goblin. That surprise value here. Oh man, do we cast this down or do we let him ramp? You know, it's tough magic. I'm going to cast it down. This is a dead draw here. Had a few too many lands and we drew one. Coming off of a hand where we had a one-lander. That's strange, isn't it? Yeah, the first version of this, I had Dross, you know, and then I had Virulent Wound. There was a lot more even mana. A lot of one-drops, ways to interact with stuff like, you know, Aquarian Ranger, but I quickly found it's pretty underwhelming, that stuff. Oh, boy. Our list is not liking us at all here. Watch we get met with like a Thermokarst or something. Be like, no. It's enough lands. We just keep drawing lands. I think that's all we've drawn. Yeah, we started with the cast down teachings and we've just drawn lands since. Well, at 24, that makes more sense than being screwed, which is what our opening hand was. Looks like I guessed right with the Caretaker there. Holding them back a little bit. There's some inevitability. Come on, let's just top deck a cast down. Get rid of that wall. Thing is a beast. Alrighty, this is getting a bit frustrating. I'm going to play this just for the black. Not that it's really going to do too much. And I guess we'll teaching ZOT and go grab a cast down. It's probably... We're like playing to not lose in this matchup. So this is great because I haven't seen this all week, and I'm starting to think that this list, you know, it's like, gosh, what's it going to be? It's not red. Red, like I said, is slightly favorable after sideboarding. But I mean, it's a razor's edge. But it makes sense that it'd be initiative being that we're creatureless. But I really don't think adding a creature is going to do too much. I mean, a blighted agent against a mono green list, maybe. Trading things back and forth. Yeah, I've tried the Basilisk Gate quite a bit, and Infect, I have not come up with a list I like. Infect wants to be fast or inevitable. You got the mono green versus speed versus this this one's inevitability, but not when we just draw lands here. All right, they're going to put us to sleep here. Nope. I don't even have... I hate to do this, but I'm going to try to get something going active here. I guess we get a Vraska's Fall just to cut down the critter count a bit, right? Let's see what our options are, everybody. Yep. Cast down would be nice. Vraska's Fall gets us on the board, and we at least get to implement our plan a little bit. It is their choice, but I'm going to bring in the Fall. Done. At least get... Oh, come on, list. This is getting really ridiculous. All right, we gain some life. We feign like we've got counter magic, which we do not. We just keep drawing lands. That'd be funny if we mystical teachings and all it showed us were lands. Let's just do this now. Get the counter wars online. I doubt we're going to win this one, guys. I think we're headed to our first loss. We just keep drawing lands. And no probe to filter them out. Funny, both mystical teachings and probe, I've always kind of like, doesn't feel right. It feels really right in this list. I was playing in Chimpskey with one of the earlier versions of this build, and for a second there, I thought we were on the exact same 75. Yep, we don't have the counter for that. We might be able to find the removal for it. 2, 4, 5, 6, but we're going to get slapped by it first. Well, this seems to be a weakness, doesn't it? I wouldn't go as far as Fade Away. There's that. Let's see what we can get. And the Skerry shows up. That's 2, 4, 5, 6. We'll give it a few more turns. I don't think we're getting away from this one alive, everybody. Yeah, I was surprised. I think it was the day we played in Chimpskey. I don't know if that was Wednesday or Thursday or whatever, but I ran into like 5 mirror matchups. I was like, what's going on here? I guess with that set's hyper focus, there's not too many ways to build other than that. And honestly, when all the dust settles and the new card smells wear off, it's probably going to be some combination of Dimir creatures and this, but I don't know. I don't feel like I need creatures. I saw one with Augur of Bolus main is like their only... Yeah, this is shutting the door here. We're dead. I can't really think of a card outside of a infinite mana and like a Evankar's Justice for like 30 every turn to shore up this matchup. Darkness? We could always search for Darkness. The Black Fog effect, but that's only going to buy you a turn. Too much inevitability to make that really worthy here. Crypt Incursion isn't even going to help us here. Well, we've got that, don't we? Now we can teachings for a cast down, I guess. Our bogs are fighting our Crypt Incursion ability there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Main deck, our main phase, teachings, cast down. I guess we take down the big boy. We're still just dying everything else. Well, what did I learn? We need a way to beat initiative or walls. I'll write them both down. I'm not sure if there is a way. You know, sometimes when you hyper focus on a list and you really get proud of a 75, sometimes you just you don't have any more wiggle room left. And there's a rock, paper, scissors is a game for a reason, you know. Yeah, I've got so many decks on the mind. I know Guy Who Walks Alone sends me a lot of lists that are intriguing. I've got lists for days, and sometimes I'll throw them on our community tab on YouTube. I highly suggest, if you're on YouTube right now, scroll to our or go to our channel, and then there's videos, which obviously is where most of the stuff's at, playlist. But if you go to the community tab, that's where my new like presence is. And so I try to put, whether it's pictures behind the scenes, 99.9% of it's magic related. I just posted something not magic related, but my nephew does play magic, and he just came out with an album, and he's probably the best fingerstyle guitarist in the world. And I would hold that up to Antoine Dufour and all of them who he knows. He's really found his niche, and he's a force. So if you want to hear some really good music, check that out. But anyway, but that's why I post a lot of pictures and such. And then somebody sent in their own Lego creation. I'm so sorry I didn't write down who it was, but it was Navigator's Compass, and it's similar to how my son did some. And we had I'll spoil it now. The one that nobody could guess on there was Duskmantle Prowler. All right, we lose our first game here as we go to the last one here. Let's see what we're going to draw. And we just ball out and be able to pull it off. All right, let's concede the game here. Bloop. Not much to do against that. Yikes. Pedro Gibson had our number. Create here and hope for the best. My wife didn't finish her coffee, so I'll finish it. With a non-propaganda mug. It's a first. Yeah, let's play first. Man is right. Everything feels good. All right, we'll keep this. Blop. Go get an island. Yeah. Thank you for that, Chimpskey. You got a chug. Reminds me of Upright Citizens Brigade. Had some hockey skit on there that was always funny. And that was the punchline. You got a chug. All right, we got plenty of swamps. Let's go grab an island. Make things better. Oh, I'm feeling so fragile now. I was feeling I couldn't lose with this list. And now I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at this. It's the Battle of Infects. Bring this out. Fairy hockey player, that's right. Hat trick. Going back to the football, my youngest Aaron, the Magic Player Supreme, he hates sports, and he's always got the same critique where it's like one thing he likes about soccer or real football in the outside of America is that the clock, when it's done, it's done. Whereas, when it says there's 2 minutes left in an American football game, it's like 35 minutes later, there's 10 seconds left on the clock, and timeout this, timeout that. So I get it. Alrighty. Hey, well, we want to get the Infect online here. Don't want to pay too high of a price. I don't like this play, but I'm going to do it. I'll have to discard something here. All right. We've got 2 bogs. We'll lose one of them. Yeah, I think we lose the bog. Probe might be an MVP here, especially against decks that aren't traditionally good at drawing cards like a White Weenie style. I wonder if they're using the nurturing. It's very rare that I have to click on a card. Enchant creature whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control. This creature gets +1/1. Nurturing Presence enters the battlefield. Create a 1/1 with flying. All right. Well, that Suffocating Fumes is going to do some work. Not wild about a toxic ability. I mean, it does do bolt damage. So we take 3, go to 2 infect here. All right. That'll be a thing. Let's get our swamp online. I guess they're at 2 mana. Maybe they have some backbreaking spell that they can play. Doubt it. But either way, we can augury at the EOT, so we'll just chill. Now, is this worth countering? Let's see. A Skyfisher. What on earth would they return? The Nurturing Presence, maybe? I don't think that's worth countering. I'll let that through. Let's see what they're going to do. And we could probe next turn. Don't know if that's the optimal play, though. Probably just play Skerry and the second Augury here. Thought that's what was coming to come down. Or I could just take one here. Let me take it. Crunch. Pow. Augury. Bog's not going to do much. We got plenty of land. The fall's going to be pretty nice, especially if we combine it with Suffocating Fumes. So I'll lean on 2, 3. Yeah, we could do that. Any order. Do this and this. Done. Keeps us away from the Skerry play here. I think we got to go. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. That's a full. That's the fumes. Let's just slow roll this a little bit. We'll bring this out. Pass. We're gonna have fumes fall here, so we can at least grab something of relevance. Hopefully, we can interact with that enchantment and get a little 2 for 1. Life's not helping us out here too much. What do we have? What do we got? Alrighty. I guess I have to let this go. Right. Could just counter it. I'll let this go. Still get the critter here. End up taking 1. Ooh, something else. This is getting scary. How many fumes now? I'll counter this. Heart of Life isn't doing that great right now. I'm going to be a little careful here. Greatly considering a probe effect here. Okay. Taking 3. Be nice to see a fountain show up here. Be the tale of 2 halves, I tell you. Alrighty, that's a 2, 3, 2, 3. We could double do that. Probably still take Skyfisher to the face. That's alright with me. Let's rock like that. We're going to go here and here with this. And we'll do this. Next turn we'll be able to do some stuff. Start stacking up our goods. Okay. Optimal. Nurturing Presence. Yeah, I guess they're trying to use that Skyfisher engine for something other than drawing cards, which... Uh-oh. Recommission. Showing up. Interesting choice. I would have brought back Skyfisher. Recommission is a beast. When it enters the battlefield, another creature you control toxic gets this till the end of turn. Alright. Opponent's got 1 card in hand. Are we going to lose this one next turn? Jeez. If we don't draw some answers here, we might recommission. It's showing up. All right. Probe, probe, probe. First things first. That's 2, 4, 6. Let's augury here. Sure. I guess we go with this. Any order. This, and this. Done. I don't think we can survive, can we? That's 5. We've got to find a way out of this. I think augury is going to get us there the quickest, being that we're going to be able to look at 3, and then I can kill something. Could find Hadar. Yeah, we could find Hadar. Haven't dropped a land yet. Let's play the augury, looking for Hadar. Find cast down instead. I think I'm going to favor that over the others, given our situation. Yeah. Come on, Hadar. Any order. This, and this. Done. Play here. Let's do this now. I'll just cast it. Okay, I do need the life. Have I played a land this turn? Yes, I have played an island. Discard 2 cards. Definitely this. Let's live dangerously. That's a hard counter, so hard to get rid of. Alright, I'll get rid of the lands. I'll cast down the big flyer here. Crunch. Alright. See if we can survive. Taking 3. Any sort of tricks, we're dead. It's the old darkness fog. That's an interesting thing there, Penguin Wrangler. I have not considered pieces of the puzzle. That actually might be a nice inclusion in this list. Maybe over probe. Who knows? Probes just get so much value in this list when you get flooded and such. So, all right. There's something. All right. 1, 2, 4, 5. Let's probe. They lose all their cards. Well, we do gain 1 here. I'll get rid of this and this. And we're going to be perfectly dead here. Right? We're at 3. We're going to lose just... Oh, we only got 2 planes. That kind of sucks. Well, we've got Hadar. We have 2 of them in the deck somewhere. I don't know where they're at. It's very frustrating, but I think we'll write down the W here. I want to bring in Hadar. We saw Suffocating Fumes early, and that helped us a bit, but no matter. I guess we just take this down here. Stop. Don't attack with everything. That's our only out. All right. Off to game 2. I don't know where Hadars were hiding. Not in our next 3, that's for sure. Let's see. I like those. Cast down's a good thing. Crypt Incursion. Definitely. Yeah. Let's bring that in. I'm going to keep the Suffocating Fumes at a 1 count. Now I got 3 things to get rid of, though. I'll get rid of 1 probe, 1 Contentious Plan, and I'll get rid of 1 Teachings. Let's see how we do here. Yeah, Forbidden Alchemy I definitely considered for a long time. That's a really good point, Dreamer Stango. Yo. Alrighty. Mana's right. Just. We'll keep it. Got early removal, so that's pretty cool. It's a weird list. It does, I think, very good against the metagame, but against random stuff, that's definitely when I write down what the losses are. I'm just like, yeah, but nobody plays that. But it's like, so do you adjust or not? The very first build of this I had on I think it was Tuesday evening, and very different. But I played it in the Pauper Classic Tuesday, and it's like my Tuesday nights usually have a little bit too much on the libation side of things, so my last rounds are kind of with asterisks by them. But I had a very good affinity matchup game 1. I did lose it, but it was definitely my fault, not the decks, and that was not as solid of a build. So that gave me a lot of initial like, wow, this kind of has some feet. Okay, I'll let that go. Oh, we'll just hang out on Phyresis here. We don't need the card right now, so we might as well wait. I think people that don't play Contentious Plan find that they don't have enough Proliferate, but I really like that card in this list. It's definitely the weakest, but feels like a backbreaker once you get your little double land guys going along here. Well, we'll cast that down, but for right now, we'll just Phyresis, get our Infect online here. Hopefully we draw in just to a land here. It'd be really nice to have a Dimir Aqueduct show up. Not in the cards. We'll kill that Skyfisher straight out. Those are just too good of cards here, and they get around a lot of our removal. Okay. We'll do this to this to this, buying us a turn. Bring this online. Get our land back. Now we're cooking with gas. Yep, it is VOTB. No problem. We used to talk in all caps all the time. Uh-oh, that Skyfisher just got ginormous. Well, this probe's looking more and more interesting once we get to 5. If they keep getting stultified on their development here, but we're going to have to deal with that Skyfisher straight out of the way here. Okay, I think it's better to just do a double play here. Actually, let's go see if we can find cast down. We did not, but we found another augury. We'll do that. Any order. Proliferate. Done. Don't click on the Skyfisher. How am I going to do this again here? Well, I want to go find either cast down or Vraska's Fall's pretty good. I guess we'll take that. Any order. Do this. Done. Where's our other cast downs? Come on now. Yeah, Augur Bolus I've seen being used for that Pangolin Wrangler and such, so I'm going to revisit Forbidden Alchemy there, Dreamer Stango. You made some good points. I appreciate that. Thank you. There's nothing better than to be in love with a list and then get burned out, leave, come back like 2 weeks later and look at it. You just have such clear eyes on it. So sometimes the groupthink really helps fast forward that process. Okay. Boy, I need Hadar and I need it quick. I've got a lot of land this game, but 2 cards in hand. 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's cut down the numbers here. do this. We'll play this. And then we'll, I'm going to Phyresis here. Okay. We might just be able to get there if we race. We're drawing so much proliferate. Oh man, I really want them to hold those two cards in their hand. Alchemy has the benefit of being a sorcery. All right, we're at 15. We're getting a whole lot of life here. Speaking of life, I'm going to gain or lose 2 more. Go like this. 2. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 2 turns here. Actually going to favor the Aqueduct here. I'll bring back this. I don't think that counterspell is going to do us as much good as just getting in another bit of damage here. Proliferate. Done. I was considering the Peat Bog there, but I think if we draw good, we can just race here because this is going to come down to a really close one. Greetings, any update to the bug proliferate list? This is pretty close. I think I would run this instead. It's been winning a lot. As a tour 665. Yeah, that was definitely one of the favorite lists of the year. I was shocked by how well it did. It was just one of those, you look down and you're like, oh, wait, we can win. That was a lot of fun playing that. All right, no big enchantments here. I don't know where. We have 3 Arms of Hadar. We have dug voraciously. And, I mean, not that it's really going to save too much. We're still going to take Skyfisher Smash. This hurts. This really speeds up the clock. Glad I didn't go all in with Fumes here. I think that's losing magic. Well, we have them at 9 proliferate. Depends on what we draw here. Yeah, I know. Thank you for that, VOTV. Hey, Lovecraft's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. So the life gain's not going to help too much here. Well, it'll help there. We got it. Bum, bum, ba-da-bum. We're going to game 3. Let's Contentious Plan. Proliferate. Done. Draw a card. We'll do this. And then, hey, there it is, right? And then we'll do this. Boop, boop, boop. Done. I should have put him on that just to be a jerk, right? All right. Scary. Shouldn't be that close. That recommission and the Skyfisher's just far enough out of our reach. I don't want to see Suffocating Fumes at all in this matchup. Edict's going to be a bit better against that style. They are going wide, but they're investing, so. Arms of Hadar. Let's do the Superstitious Shuffle since this is the last round. We have beaten White Weenie. We beat Good Familiars list. Oh, Strange Enchant Blacklist. And lost to, yeah, Simic Ramp / Walls. It's definitely something to look at in the future. Not that we can run Hibernate. Any non-poppers out there probably scratching their head, huh? Back from my extended days. That was a nice sideboard. Return all green permanents. Oh, not a good start. Mulligan. Okay. Well, we've got double removal. We've got a lot of life. We don't have any blue, but we don't need it yet. I'll keep it. That's quite a few fountains. I'll get rid of 1. Done. I think I'm just going to go out on Swamp here. Really want to see an Aqueduct show up. Okay. That's cool. I'll just bring this out. Probably. Interesting. Well, there's our blue. I don't really think we have too much to worry about there. I'll just drop that back. Try to save that edict for maybe a recommissioned Skyfisher, turn 6 or 7. Could see that scenario happening, but our mana's right now. We've got the Inquiry online. They're just sitting on tricks. You've got to put your foot to the gas to beat me here. One of the scarier art sets, that's for sure. White visages. All right, what do we got here? Hey, it's a Skyfisher. What do you know? Gonna return the beast. Oh, man, I wish I had Diabolic Edict right there. I could do that in response. Oh, well. All right, I've got that. I have that. Get our life back up. Let's Inquiry here. And we'll start playing Magic after this turn. Whole lot of nothing, but hey, it's better than drawing it 2 turns, right? Let's go. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? Getting nervous. Got quite a bit of life gain here. Don't go tall. Don't go tall. Okay. Again, where on earth? Actually, I like this because that edict is going to eat more than it normally would. Come on, Hadar off the top. Get a 2-for-1. Triangle Man. Hates Particle Man. Best comment of the day. That's awesome. All right. I guess we're just going to get stuff online. We could counter. These edict effects aren't feeling all that great. Well, let's just get our life up. I'll do this. And I can edict on their turn and then maybe counter something. That Bring the Ending isn't very strong right now. They're not even well, they are infected, but have you tried Infect Storm yet? I have not. Boy, this is an underwhelming play if ever there was one. Let's do this. Saving 1 damage. There it goes. And now it's back. Okay, can't do much about that. Has he got any more toys coming out? We really need Hadar to show up. It'd be a big time change up. We're just not drawing it. It's just maddening. Getting nervous. 2, 4, 6, 7. I don't have many turns left, folks. When we do, we're going to need our stuff to show up. Let's get our lands right. About all we've got is a Vraska's Fall to prevent 1 of this damage. But if we draw Hadar, it's going to be a lot of good times, but we might be dead by then. It's just frustrating because normally this doesn't struggle so much. We're getting flooded and we're not getting our draw to find our silver bullets, which we have plenty of. Okay. We'll do this. Bloop. It will be neat to see what happens this Sunday with, enough days now. It'll be neat if any of these cards make the metagame, right? Oh boy, this is really painful, guys. And we can stop the bleeding a little bit here, but not by much. There's 2. My goodness. We don't even have, we're not even corrupted yet. Or our opponent isn't. Lands. Guess we gotta let that go. Well, unless they pay 2. We can just do something with our mana here. You're right. I might die to poison counters. That's right. Wouldn't that be, talk about bring the ending. Well, we kind of tap them out. Maximize our mana that turn as we go down to 6. Dun, dun, dun. We're dead next turn. All right. There's nothing we can do here. We're going to lose to either Toxic or to Life. Normally. All right, we go 3-2 on the day. I'd really like to have that last game over. Feel like this would win at least 7 out of 10 of those things. We have Arms of Hadar main, 2 of them, and we just never saw them. And then after the sideboarding, we brought in the 3rd. So this is that part of the show where we often ask the question, where did my mic go? Here we go.
Welcome.
Well, thanks to Dreamer Stango, sorry for that. I believe we learned that we should double check the alchemy here. Forbidden alchemy. Come on, show up. There we go. Up. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand and the rest in your graveyard. Yep. It is only the 4. You don't get the silver bullet effect, which the main thing that I was really leaning on Mystical Teachings for 1 more mana at instant speed was that it is an instant, never mind, is being able to go fetch Experimental Augury EOT and not failing. And I think we found out that Cast Down, being able to dig for it, saved us that 1 game. So I don't know. It's definitely on the watch list. I did consider it, and I think that was my same line of reasoning why I ended up settling on the 2 Mystical Teachings. But moving forward, I guess the way to adjust this, we really need a way to deal with ramp and initiative and such outside of maybe go a more counter-heavy angle. You could. I definitely saw some devious cover-up style effects with the counters and such like that. So. With Anoint with Affliction. But I'm really having a good time with this list. Like I said, if you run into the metagame, this thing actually it plays pretty even. It's got teeth, and I was very like, oh, okay, it's not tier 1, but I was like, this is definitely in the 2-ish range or plus a little bit extra given the matchup. So have a lot of fun with it. You can download the list there and check out our community tab all week long on YouTube and forever forward. That's where we go. If you missed the Cliff Notes, I got so frustrated with the way Facebook it used to be the best place to share ideas and deck lists because you could just go on and on and on. Now it's like this infinite login, relaunch a window process, and I'm just avoiding it. So if you followed us on Facebook before, just hang out at our community tab on YouTube. It does the same thing without all the bells and whistles and making you log in 8 times with different usernames and such. So rant over. Anyway, guys, I'm on the mend, as you can hear. I'll be even healthier next week, and we'll see you then. Maybe for slivers, I don't know. If you got any cool deck lists, want to share anything, send us your username and the idea to pauperganda@gmail.com. We would love to see it. And anyway, I hope you enjoy this Creatureless Infect. It's so weird. You know, you wait long enough in Pauper and dreams come true. And I was always trying to build this with Pistis Strike and Virulent Wound back in the day and just forcing it to work. And when it did, it was awesome. But it was definitely like a tier 4 deck then. Now it's definitely moved up in the ranks. But anyway, guys, I will leave you with, how about the Oompa Loompa song for those of you that hung out long enough? This is a fun little edit I did a long time ago. We'll see you at the same time, same place, next week. Propaganda. Adios, everybody.
Screw flood, mulligan 2. I've got a magic puzzle for you. Screw flood, what should you keep? Choose incorrectly, you will soon weep. What do you get when you keep 7 lands? A perfect curve from an opponent's hand. 4 mulligans, and we'll see what you get. 3 basic lands and a dumb blood pet. Screw flood, what should you do? Bad luck is always opposing you. Screw flood, by the long face. 2 badger spells don't all have retrace.
Attention Propaganda Knights! Show your love of all things Papa with our Ultra Deluxe Playmats. And true to our Papa roots, the glorious artwork is 100% free.
The accoutrement that you will need. Accoutrement? What is that?
Just send an email to propaganda@gmail.com with the subject 1, 2, or 3, and we'll send you the playmat file for free. All you need to do is visit our friends at inkgaming.com. Order yours today.